Hey, what is going on, guys? Mine's here, and today I am going to kind of show you guys not a new trick, but it is the Cloak Micro Warp Drive trick. Uh, Now, I do want to point out one thing before we kind of actually go into doing the trick, and I will show you right now. And it's kind of primarily the reason why I wanted to make this video. Now, now you can get to this page simply by going to Google and doing a search for EVE Online Cloak Trick, and it should bring you to this page. Now, I don't know how old this page is, but the main thing I wanted to point out is this right here. Okay, the module is required. What you will need is one Improved Cloaking Device II. Alright, so here's the thing. You don't actually need the Improved Cloaking Device II. If you are in a pinch and you need to haul something like now, but you want to be able to use this trick, I'm going to show you, and I'll prove it to you here right now. I am still training. I currently have Cloaking I. Alright, you can see right here I still need to train Cloaking II and Cloaking III. Cloaking III is what you need in order to use the Improved Cloaking Device II. So, what is your alternative? Your alternative is this, the Caldari Navy Cloaking Device. Let's quickly compare these between these two. So you cannot do it with the prototype cloaking device, and here's why. If we go to attributes, maximum velocity modifier is negative 90%, so you're actually only going to be traveling at 10% of your normal speed. Now if we go to the Improved Cloaking Device 2, and we go to attributes, maximum velocity modifier is negative 75. Alright, so this right here, in combination with the suggested 50 mn micro warp drive, this should get you, with one cycle, get you up to, actually it's not even a full cycle, I think it's about 85 to 90% is when you turn it off, but I'm going to demonstrate that here in a minute. One full cycle will get you up to your warp speed. Alright, now let's look at the Caldari Navy Cloaking Device. Let's see, Caldari Navy Cloaking Device. Go to attributes. Well, look at what we have here. Maximum velocity modifier of 72.5. Alright, so this gets us even faster than the Cloaking Device 2. The requirements, Cloaking I. Alright, so this is not going to cost you an arm and a leg. Okay, this is not by any means a blinged out ship, nor would I ever really bling out a T1 industrial. Now there are only certain ships that you can do this with. I will read them off here really fast. The ships that you can do this with are the Sigil, the Badger, the Wraith, the Nereus, and the Hoarder. The reason why you can do it with these 5 industrial ships is these are the only ships that currently have enough CPU on your grid to be able to use the 50 mn micro warp drive. Now if you try and use this on any of the others, such as the Bestower or the Terra, yeah, you won't even be able to put it online. There's just not enough CPU. Alright, so this is my current fit. Let me get rid of this, get rid of that. So my current fit, of course, is the cloaking device. I have the 50 mn micro warp drive, and I've got some T2 medium shield extenders, as well as some cargo expanders. Alright, now I normally do carry some 5 inertial stabilizers, because depending on what I am running, and actually I think right now I've only got Caldari Industrial number 2. So at the moment I'm only running about 10k meters cubed, so not a whole lot, but it does get the job done for very expensive items. Now, like I said, I do normally carry a full low slot of either cargo expanders or inertial stabilizers. I will normally throw in the inertial stabilizers if I don't need the extra cargo room, as you should as well. Okay, so you should be accommodating your ship to what you're actually carrying at that time. So this ship right now is about 26 mil. 20 of this is going to be from this. Alright, so this is not a blinged out ship. This is the most expensive piece, and I think it is worth every penny. Alright, if pennies exist in ISK. And then the ship plus all of these other modules is about 6.7 mil. Alright, I don't really mess with rigs, mainly because when I take my freighter out, I normally end up stripping everything and throwing this into my freighter to come along with me, and I will, I'll go to like heck, and if I need to go a jump or two out and then come back to the freighter, obviously, I mean, it'd be faster for me to take this out, to assemble it, throw all the modules in it really fast, and then go to like Nookagard, or go out to one of the other ones. So Nookagard is just one of the other ones, like the off sites that I normally go. Nookagard or Lingisi, which we're about to go to anyway. So let's go ahead and demonstrate this here. So I've got a couple of things I do need to. Actually, no, we're gonna come back. It's kind of one tip that you guys should do. If you don't have to, if you're going out 2 jumps, leave your cargo here at the station, go out and get what you need, and come back. Every jump with your full cargo load is risk to you losing it all. Alright, just keep that in mind. So we're going to try and demonstrate this right now. It does take a little bit of practice. Oh yeah, that's the research agent that I have picked up a mission there. So let's give this a try. Alright, so we're not gonna try this right out of the gate. Alright. We will try this when we get to the other side of the gate. Alright. We'll go ahead and jump. Should take a moment here. And this is one of the reasons why I typically, like at this very moment, I think what I'm going to pick up is not very big. I think it's maybe like 10 meters cubed. Typically for something like this, I actually don't have my inertial stabilizers. They're actually in Jita, which I'm heading back to anyway. For something like this, I would actually remove all those cargo expanders, and I would, throw the inertial stabilizers in there for alignment time, and just overall speed. So we're gonna go ahead and jump, and let's go ahead and give this a try. All right, so the first thing you're gonna do is, at this very moment, we're just going to treat this like a normal situation. So we're going to assess what we have here. So we have another Terra on grid, another hauler. So we're going to click on our destination gate. We are going to select align. All right. Now notice the animation here. We start to decloak, hit your cloaking device, hit your micro warp drive. Now when you activate this, you have about 5 seconds to activate any non-aggressive modules. Unhit that, decloak, and spam your warp. Alright. Now, that did kind of go a little bit fast, so we'll give it another try here. If you don't already know your default key bindings, I suggest, especially if you're a hauler, know the warp and the jump / dock button. Warp is going to be your S button, and D is going to be your jump. If I guess I didn't have it selected. That does help, by the way. So we're going to try this again. You're going to align. The moment you see yourself start to decloak, that very moment you show up on grid. You need to hit your cloaking device, hit your microwarpdrive immediately, and then as your microwarpdrive enters about 80 to 90%, go ahead and decloak. Don't worry about this. I think I'll probably end up hitting it naturally, but you don't have to worry about this because the moment you went into cloak, this is going to show it off anyway. So just, don't worry about that. And then uncloak, and then spam your S key. Alright, so we're going to do that right now. So we're going to align. Okay, I'm going to wait a little moment. Cloak, warp drive. Wait for that to spin up. Power it off. Decloak. Spam your warp. And yeah. So it does take a little bit of practice. So yeah, and then if you mess it up, you get stuck with the entire line and warp. Come on. Maybe I didn't have that selected. We'll give that another try here in a second. Dun, dun, dun. I gotta pick this up here anyway. So instead of hitting S at this moment, since I'm hitting a station, you could have actually hit D. Dock, jump, and activate gate is the D key. Come on. Dock, dock, dock. Dock, dock, dock. And we're docking. I think it's got to be under 1,000. Right? Or is it 100? I think it's 100. I have not set up any docking bookmarks yet. Although I do have a couple coming out of Wren's. So, alright, so we will pick this up. That's one of my items. Alright, let's go ahead and try this again. So we're going to go back to heck. Actually, I don't need that. I know where I'm going anyway. Alright. Knock a guard. Alright, so we'll go ahead and try this here again after we jump. I think I might have actually been doing it a little bit slower, mainly because I'm probably saying it out loud, trying to do everything. Yeah, I mean, it does take practice. I think I practiced this with a small cargo load with jumping from Jita to Heck, and about halfway I actually started to get it, and I got it perfectly the entire rest of the way after I think about Udema. So let's go ahead and give this another try here. So we're going to go to Heck, we're going to align, we're going to hit our warp. Alright, so we're still in cloak. That, and we're in warp. So that right there is probably going to, you know, that's going to shave. I think with this one, let's actually take a look at the alignment time on this ship. So the total alignment time on this is just over 8 seconds. Okay, and that's with no inertial stabilizers. I think with 5, it gets me down to pretty close to 5 seconds, I believe. So, you know, even with those, actually I haven't tried it with the inertial stabilizers yet, but I mean, as you saw, the moment you uncloak after being at the gate, you are going to be on grid. All right. So that very moment, you're exposed. And by doing that, cloaking right back up only exposes you for about a second. And then, I mean, look at that. I don't even think a catalyst could lock you and pop you, you know, fast enough to get you from that time if done perfectly. So that's really what I wanted to show you guys. It's just kind of, you know, I was kind of messing around with some stuff today. I thought I would give this a try. I've been working with it for a little bit, so you know, if you're wanting a cheap, I mean, it is actually really, really cheap. Again, I mean, this was only 26 mil, and the most expensive piece was the Caldari Navy Cloaking Device. So, you don't actually need the Cloaking Device II to perform the Cloak Microwarpdrive trick. Alright, so if you guys have any questions, comments, please leave them down below. Let me know what you think, and I will see you guys next time. Later.